won't take too long. First, it's called That's Fishy. And it's basically, I want to talk about some things. I've read some things about Ruth. But speaking of fishy, you've actually teamed up at the moment with Gorton Seafood. What's happening there?
So we started, it was a collaboration that was birthed. My parents, my favorite thing as a kid, I loved anything that was American when I was raised Canadian. And my parents would cook like a lot of meals from scratch. And my favorite food to have was always, I love like the idea of, you know, like the iconic TV dinners in the 1950s?
What, sitting by, like, sitting
like
with
a little, it's like a little tray with like, you have like your little meatloaf and like your mac and cheese and all that stuff. Yeah. And so my version of that was on a little tray that I had that was a Winnie the Pooh. I had the tray and I had the plate. And weirdly, I saw Chrissy Teigen's Instagram today, and she had the same Winnie the Pooh plate that I had as a kid that she's giving to her daughter Luna, I think. Anyway, that's besides the point. But I had this little tray, and I would put ketchup, frozen peas, but thawed obviously, and cooked in butter and a little bit of salt, and then Gordon's fish sticks, and those are my favorites. So we started talking on basically collaborating together and kind of, they wanted me to come up with new recipes on how to use like an existing product, because now it's wild caught Alaskan sustainable pollock. And I was like, yeah, all that's great. And it's all really important. And it genuinely is. And they wanted me to come up with new recipes. I was like, no, but one of them has to be like fish sticks with ketchup. It's like such an iconic American thing. And for me, it was like so beloved. And that was like my Friday night after swim practice dinner. So we've been working together and developing different recipes and doing like a breakfast version with waffles and like these awesome fish cakes that are nice and spicy that have a bit of corn in them and a bit of like a sweet chili sauce and scallions. So it's fun working with a brand that's so iconic. At the same time, who are like taking social responsibility and kind of like the next step forward and like being sustainable and going wild caught, still honoring their tradition, but still kind of like moving forward. I always think that's something that's always a really interesting partnership for me, where I like kind of feel challenged, but also again, steeped in nostalgia because I'm pathologically emotional and everything is about childhood for me. So
all I can say is that sounds fishy. So let's get into these questions I want to know.
Okay.
All right. Is this fishy or is it for real? You beat Tyler Cameron for People's Sexiest Reality Star of 2019, amongst other celebrities as well.
I mean, that's a thing that happened.
So it's not fishy at all, is it?
So I mean, you said it. I don't have to say it.
It's good to know that, you know, he's one of the most sought after guys at the moment, but you beat him. So that's not fishy at all. That's for real.
I'm blushing and uncomfortable and honored at the same time.
My next question, you speak 3 languages, English and 2 others. Mm-hmm. To make sure that there's nothing fishy with these languages, can you say in Polish for me, appearing on Happy Hour with Scott Tweedy has been the best experience of my life so far?
Mój czas Scott Tweedy na E-News dziś naprawdę był najbardziej piękny dzień mojego życia.
I'm going to believe you on that one because I can't speak Polish, but
I wasn't messing with you, I promise.
So there was 3 languages. The other one I want to know, French. Can you say, I hope people don't confuse my Happy Hour segment in Show Me What You're Working with Happy Hour on E-News. I've made it really easy for you.
J'espère vraiment que les gens vont pas, qu'il va pas y avoir de confusion avec Happy Hour sur Show Me What You're Working With sur Netflix et puis et Happy Hour sur E-News. Parce que c'est 2 trucs complètement différents.
Look, no offense to all the Polish viewers out there, but that sounded so much better in French.
Okay, so here's the deal. Polish was my first language when I was growing up, but I sadly have forgotten a lot of it, so I translate from English. So it takes me a while.
No, it wasn't how you said it. It's just when French people talk.
But French is it's like a romance language, you know?
Okay, fishy or for real? You auditioned for Blank Space, the video for Taylor Swift.
That's true. I think that they change with a lot of these things because I was in New York auditioning for all kinds of acting stuff and music videos and just, while I was working in restaurants. And I went in for the audition. I went in for 1 or 2 callbacks. And they change concepts very often. But I remember there was like a green screen, and I had to pretend like I was being attacked by a lion with no lion or nobody prompting me, which was the most awkward thing, because I guess I'm not very good at improv. But yeah, that is indeed a fact.
I love it. Well, there you go.